Hi, this is Kavir Sirovana. Today we are going to see the software Maya. Maya is a 3D animation software. We can create 3D models as well as 3D animations. Maya is widely used for creating 3D animations for medical transcription, for commercial purpose, for entertainment purpose, and in gaming. We can create 3D models, 3D assets for virtual reality and for augmented reality purposes. Also, we can create animations for game engines. We can also create 3D animations, 3D animated works for movies, for television ads, and many more. There are many other softwares like Maya, namely 3D Studio Max, Blender, Softimage, and many more. Among all those software, Maya is very useful software. It is very easy and user friendly, so we can use the Maya software. There are many specializations in Maya, namely modeling, texturing, lighting, rigging, animation, dynamics, and finally rendering. We will discuss each specializations with a suitable example. So let us assume a good example like a woman is going to make a cup of milk in his home, in his home's kitchen. So we need to start this scene by creating the modeling work. So the first specialization is modeling. So we need to create a model for the character as well as for the home. We need to create a 3D set, that is the home, and this woman character. We can use any modeling technique in Maya for creating all those stuffs. There is a polygon modeling technique and a NURBS modeling technique and a surface modeling technique. According to the purpose and the model of our scene, we can use any of these modeling techniques. Among these techniques, polygon will be very useful and essential for creating these kind of modeling works. Polygon is very good for creating character models. So we are going to use polygon modeling for creating these models. So after the modeling specialization is done and the modeling work is over, we will next go for texturing specialization. So in this specialization we will create a texture. So we are going to prepare a texture for the 3D models. We cannot directly apply a texture to these 3D models. For this, we need to first UV unwrap the model. Unwrapping is a technique where a 3D model is completely unwrapped into a 2D flat surface. After the unwrapping work is done, we will make this unwrapped texture painted in any photo manipulating software like Photoshop. So after creating a proper texture in Photoshop by using a realistic image or creating a texture from the scratch with using of any kinds of brushes, alpha brush, color brush, anything, we will make it as a texture file and we will again import as a in any image format to our 3D Maya software. There are many formats like Targa, TIFF and PNG. Those formats will be very useful and very helpful for applying in our 3D models. After applying those textures in our 3D models, we need to make this scene for lighting. So after the texturing specialization is over, we will give this scene to the lighting department or the lighting specialization artist. The lighting artist, they will do the lighting works for this scene. According to the mood of the scene, or the time of the scene, or the climate of the scene, lighting should be done. For this example, assume we are going to do a light in a daylight format. So we can use a 3-point lighting system. There are many types of lights in Maya, namely ambient lights, point lights, directional lights, spotlights, area lights, and volume lights. We can use these collection of lights in a combination or individually according to the scene of the light. For 3-point lighting system, we will use any 3 lights. So 3-point lighting system is a combination of a key light, a fill light, and a backlight. We can use a point light like for a key light system in our 3-point lighting system. So point light will shine evenly in all directions. So in real life, let us assume a bulb. So this point light will act like the bulb. So we will use this point light as a key light. So after creating this key light, we will then create a fill light. So wherever the shadows are there because of the key light, these fill light will fill that shadow and emit the light. So we can use a directional light or a point light or a spotlight for the fill light purpose. So after creating a fill light using any these lights, again we need to use a light for the backlight. We can use ambient light for creating a backlight. So ambient light will create a light ambience to the whole environment. It will light up the scene evenly. So we can use ambient light with low intensity to the back of the object. The placement is back to the object. As well as the key light will be, the placement of the key light will be at the top of the object or the front of the object. Whereas the fill light, we can make the placement to the front of the object or to the sidewards of the object. So after making the lighting, we will next prepare these models for animations. So here there are many stable objects like the house, the kitchen room, or the gas stove. Here the moving object is the woman character. So we need to make rig of the woman character. So there is a specialization called rigging where rigging is to be done. So rigging is the art of creating a board structure for the character or for any other movable items. We can create a rig for any animal character, a human character, or any weapons or vehicles, or for any movable characters. Whichever object it has a motion, we can create a rig. So here in our scene, this woman character is a movable object. So we are going to create a human anatomy based bone setup for that character. So after creating the board setup, we need to rig that using various technique available in our Maya software, like putting a IK handle, like creating a FK rig, and for like putting a blend shape. There are many deformers. We can use all these techniques or mixing of all these techniques, and we will finally create a rig for this woman character. Finally, after creating these rig, we will make this rig plus that object binding. So binding is a process of skinning this joint structure with that mesh, woman character mesh. So after the skinning is done, the character is ready for animation. So here comes the animation specialization. So in this animation specialization, there are a lot of techniques in creating an animation. Also there are 12 principles where we need to follow these 12 principles in creating the animation. So whenever we need to start an animation, example for a character, we need to start with the blocking stage. So blocking stage is a stage where we will create animation with pose to pose or straight ahead action. So we will key the main major poses, the extreme poses and the key poses, the starting poses or a ending pose. So in this blocking stage we will create the keys like this. So after the blocking stage is done, we will then go for smoothing, that is called in-betweens. So in this in-between stage, we will smooth the blocking animated keys. So after smoothing these animation curves, the animation will be over. So we will then second smooth will be done for the animated grabs. So after finishing the complete animation, we will make this scene for rendering. So far we created the model, we unwrapped it, we textured it, and we lighted it, we created a daily lighting system, and we rigged the character, and we prepare the animation also. So next is the rendering stage. The rendering stage is the stage where we are creating the output. So these animation frames are to be rendered. So there are many techniques in creating a render. Like we need to create a render layer pass. So there are many render layer pass in Maya, namely a diffuse pass, a specular pass, an ambient occlusion pass, a shadow pass, a depth pass, and many more. We will create any types of layer passes. So for this scene, we will create a diffuse pass and shadow pass and specular pass and an ambient occlusion pass as well as the depth pass. So a rendering artist will create all these render layer setups. So after creating all these render layer setups, the file is ready for rendering. So the Maya will render each frame by frame animations. It won't create a video. It will render the animation by frame. So as per the layers we created, those layers will be rendered accordingly. Finally, all the render layers are to be composited. The composition will be done in any compositing softwares like After Effects, Nuke, Fusion, or any other compositing softwares. So in compositing, all those frame by frame layers are combined into a single video output. So these are all the specializations in Maya.